So, now I'm going to introduce you to something called a slur. Now, a slur is this little thing here. Now it's like just a little swish. You can have a slur between 2 notes. Look, I've got a slur between 3 notes there. If I wanted, I could do a slur between as many notes as I like. This one's got 4. So, this is particularly good for violinists and string players because this means to join 2 notes together in one bow. Dee-da. Yeah? So your bow goes one direction and you do 2 notes. So obviously this is andantino, isn't it? So it's 2, 3. So you would go 2, 3 in one bow. Now what would the next bit? So you go 2, 3 and then 4 would be an up bow. And look, I've put 3 notes in this one. 3, 2, 1, all in one bow. Dee, dee, dee. Now, 4 notes in this one. Do, 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 do. That would have to be a super slow bow. Probably too difficult. But shows you what you can do with slurring. So now, your next challenge is, let's just recap. We have done a song on the D string. We've done a song on the E string. We've done checked out different tunes like Lightly Row on the A string. Now what I'd like you to do is try to write your own song that uses notes on the D string, the A string and the E string. So I'm going to do a quick something, just as an example. So, where am I going to start? I think I'm going to start on the D string with a slow minim. So I'm going to go D, do, do. Then I'm going to go to, I'm not going to go to the 1, I'm going to go do, 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 second finger. Then I'm going to do another, I'm going to do 2 crotchets. And because we've just been doing slurs, I think I'm going to use that. And I'm going to slur these 2 notes in one bow. Do, do, do. Now I'm going to do some quicker notes, I think. I'm going to do, as we go on to the A string. So all of those are going to be quavers for me. So I want it to change the rhythm there, give it some more excitement. So let's make that. Add them all together. And you remember from before, I can beam that all together in one because it's 4. I'm going to put a beam across all of those. Okay, so this is my first bit of tune. It does go on to do, 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 do. da, da, da. Okay, so I'm wondering, I might put another slur in. I'm going to use my 4-note slur. So all of these notes da, 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 have all got to be in one bow. Wow, not sure how easy that'll be, but it's quite interesting, worth giving it a go. So this is just my version, my little tune that I'm just experimenting with. So you could try writing something out, so write out some more 5 lines and try writing your own piece on using the A, the D and the E string. Obviously yours can be much longer. My stave is a bit short, isn't it? But you could do a longer tune. Now, I'm going to do one more thing. Now, so we go back to our A strings. So let's remember F, A, C, E. We've come quite a long way, haven't we? Let's find our A again. Okay, now A, B, C. Do you remember when I was talking about the musical alphabet? A, B, C, A1, 2, A, B, C. I'm going to talk about the musical alphabet again. Now, before I haven't mentioned one of these. It's called a sharp. So I haven't told you the whole story so far. I missed something out. And I didn't tell you that a normal second finger on the A string is not actually called, it should really have this sharp on it for it to be a normal second finger. So I'm going to give it its real name, which is A, B, C sharp, normal 2 fingers on the A string. So that means if I was doing the notes on the D string, a normal second finger on the D string will be called, let's see if you can work it out. You have to be good at your alphabet. A, B, C, D, E. What's that one going to be? Yes, F, F sharp. Now, so D, 1, 2, or D, E, F sharp, second finger. D, E, F sharp is a normal 2. Now this information is important for what's coming up at the end of Suzuki Book 1. So you've got to store this knowledge now. So D, E, F sharp. Now here comes the odd one out. E string, first finger, but look what I'm doing now. I'm putting my sharp next to the first finger on the E string. So I'm saying that the first finger on the E string, its real name, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp is an F sharp. So a normal first finger on the E string, you just have to remember this. It's tricky to remember it because it doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but it will do one day. E, F sharp. Now a normal second finger on the E string is called a G sharp. Okay, so you store this knowledge somewhere in your brains for later. E, 1, 2, normal 2, G sharp. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the A string now. We had A, B, A, 1, 2, A, B, C sharp. Now, when you've learnt your normal fingers, 1 and 2 apart, we then start learning about putting the 1 next to the 2 next to the 1, don't we? Okay, you may have done this, you may not have done. If you haven't, you'll be doing it soon. you put your 2 close to your 1. A low 1 or a low 2 or a close 2. Now if I take this sharp, now sharps make the note a little bit higher. So your second finger is a bit higher. So if I take this sharp away, that means this 2 becomes low. So now this A, B, C is now a low 2. So if it hasn't got a sharp next to it, or you might see that the sharp is at the beginning of your piece, the beginning of every line. So you'd have to follow it through and say, oh, that's a C sharp. Okay. If it hasn't got one, it's got to be a low 2. So when you're writing your music now, you could decide whether you want to put a sharp next to your 2s or not. So if you put a sharp next to your 2s, it's a normal 2. If you don't put a sharp, it's a low 2. And low 2s sound really cool when you're playing like this, because it sounds like a minor song. Interesting.